guys, welcome to today's video. Make sure you visit podcastformarketers.com for more information. Over there, I have a really kick-ass course on how you can make at least a few grand a month on simple reoccurring revenue, right? And that's called Freedom Funnels. And make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my channel, man. I'm put out videos every day, so you don't want to miss what I put up, because I put out some pretty kick-ass content. And man, I always want you guys to comment below, man. I absolutely love all the comments you guys bring. Let me know what you're thinking. If you have any questions, I'm always in the comment section. I really love the community. Let's get into the video. All right, so today we're talking about agencies. Jesus Christ. All right, so an agency versus just an authority site. And what I mean by an authority site is exactly what you see me doing right here on YouTube, right? I'm taking digital marketing and I'm talking about that, and only digital marketing. And I'm just putting up a video a day, and I'm also starting to do blog posts per day, right? And an agency, I noticed that agencies are really like, the thing right now. Everybody wants to be a consultant, So, and I'm going to push all this stuff together. So consultant, coaches, right? And I've seen some pretty sorry coaches in my time. Trust me on that one. All right. And so, then agencies. Okay. And then, there's other stuff in here, but pretty much that's what I mean by that. So everybody kind of wants to have this. And so you got guys like Sam Ovens, that are promoting that, and a bunch of people, but Sam Ovens is a big name that I can tell you off the rip that promotes having agencies. Ty Lopez, also, which you guys know I call Cry Lopez, Cry Lopez or Lie Lopez. You take your pick, right? The Lopez Loser Gang. All right, so these guys are all pushing the fact of having an agency, and they made it really, really popular. So everybody, and what really makes it look bad is that everybody goes out and says, I'm one of these guys. Yep, this is me here. Okay, I have an agency and I can run your ads and shit like that. Well, they end up making it bad for everybody else because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. So we know that much, okay? But I wanted to show you how you can still supplement your income, make a quick 10,000 bucks, right? And still have your authority site. Okay. So what I've done even for myself, now I don't run an agency, but I do coach and I do some consulting, right? And I'm pretty much an authority because you can look at my own shit and see that, okay, well, Sonny knows what the fuck he's doing. So, which is big, right? So that's the number one reason why you want to have an authority site, is because you have proof. Okay. Proof. And you have, let's just throw this down here, experience, right? And that is the number one problem that I see with a lot of guys working right now, is they don't have this right here. They don't have experience. They might have their own website and shit like that, right? But they're not actually working the plan on social media marketing, or they're not working the plan, not just with a social media marketing agency, but even learning how to run with funnels, learning how to use email templates. Because let's face it, guys, there's a lot of shit that goes with marketing, and that includes even automation that I'm starting to get into right now, right? So let's start talking about really quickly some of the things that come with marketing, right? So with marketing, first of all, learning how to make landing pages, okay? The next one is copywriting, okay? You have to know how to copyright, okay? And the next thing you have to learn about is funnels, okay? And after that, you need to learn about advertising, so ad networks. All right, let's use a different color here because that looks like shit. Okay, so you have to learn about ad networks, and there's so much more that you need to learn about, but let's go ahead and talk about, let's do that, okay? Emails, okay? And then autoresponders, which is automation, Okay. And there's a lot more to marketing automation than just email autoresponders. So let's put an asterisk here and talk about that for a moment, in a moment. Okay. And so then after that, we have to learn all about sales. Okay. Now, there's a lot more that goes to learning about how to be a digital marketer and work online. But these are just a few things that you have to learn, right? And if you haven't begun to at least tackle a few of these things, then you don't have the experience that's necessary to start an agency. All right. And you don't want to kind of work as you go. But here's what you do, okay? So you start your authority site with what you like to do. Now, it could be fishing. It could be taekwondo, karate. It could be boxing or fishing or outdoors, hiking. I got one guy in the squad that's starting a hiking niche. Camping, survival, prepping, you name it. There's 45 niches down below that you can click on that I give away totally free. Just click on the link and get your niche, your niches, right? And start up an authority site, right? And then start talking about what you love to do every day. Okay. And then what's going to eventually happen is you're going to talk about what you love to do every day. And somebody's going to say, hey, man, I wish you had some type of course or an ebook or something like that, man. Do you have anything like that, that I could get from you? Because I really like your shit. And you're going to say, sure, I'm going to make something like that. So that's the first thing is you're going to learn how to make a landing page and copyright for your course. Okay. And then you're going to realize that, hey, man, I have a funnel going on here. I'm going to have to start making videos that will leave a link for my landing page and then take people through a funnel. Maybe I need to track these people through Facebook. And then you'll say, oh, there's Facebook. There's your ad network. You see how that came in there, right? So there's your ad networks. But then you'll realize that not everybody's going to purchase your course today. But then some people are going to say, hey, man, I was thinking about getting your course, but they're going to have a few questions, right? And you say, well, damn, man, I'm getting a lot of questions about this course. Maybe I should shoot out an email to kind of answer questions about what these people, normally ask me. So that email would say, hey, man, I want to thank you for downloading the 45 niches that you downloaded. And I get some common questions that most people ask. First of all, they ask me, is this for beginners? Secondly, they ask me, can anybody do this? Third, they ask me how much money has to be invested. So I wanted to give you a quick answers to those questions really quickly, just in case you might have been wondering and you had the same questions. Boom. And there's your email, right? And then some people just don't know who you are. So you say, you know what? I want to kind of let people know who I am. So I want to send out an automation, and here we go, that says, hey, man, look, you downloaded my free 45 niches, but let me tell you about myself. My name is Josh. I like to hike. I got a family of 3, and I've been working on the internet. It's kind of started by accident. I started telling people about hiking and about how I love Jesus, and people start emailing me, and it just kind of turned into a little thing. So I turned for Hikers for Christ, and I turned it this little. I have a little download that you could download my book, and if people are interested. So if you'd like to join my group, sure, join the group and come over and talk about hiking and Jesus Christ, right? And this is real, right? I couldn't make this kind of shit up. All right, so, well, I did, but you know what I mean. So anyways, then the next email says, hey, I thought I'd ask you about those FAQs. People have questions, right? So let me answer those FAQs. And the next email will say something like, hey, I just want to tell you about my journey the other day when I was hiking and I had a beautiful experience with Christ and I prayed on the top of the mountain and then I came down and it rained on me or something, whatever, right? So then those are the email automations and those people getting to know who you are. And then at the end of each one, you say, hey, man, if you're interested, hey, this is no pressure or whatever, but if you're interested down here at the bottom of your email stack, you say, if you're interested, I do have a course on how to hike and how to get closer with Jesus, and I have a few standard prayers that I have in there, and it'd really be awesome if you download that. But if not, I understand. Just keep enjoying the free videos that I put up every week. And so now I just laid out for you everything that you need to do to run your own website. But guess who else could benefit from this shit now that you have experience? An agency. right? So this is really important that you start running your own shit. And what's really cool is that when you do it yourself like this, you really get to learn the ins and outs and the intricacies, and you learn all the ad networks, and there's no pressure because you're just doing it for yourself. Right? And what makes it more interesting is when you're working for yourself, you'll start learning tips and tricks and trying to do all kind of growth hacking on purpose. And you'll do it because you really want to learn these things because you want your shit to grow faster. And so then when you start learning about these growth hacking tips, and when you start learning about these cold email tips, and when you start understanding that you need to provide value and build a relationship, you'll go to a company and you'll start seeing bullshit once you're in the game. So this is what I suggest you do, is build yourself an authority site first, okay? Learn the ins and outs. It comes really easy. I'm talking like 3 months here, okay? Give yourself 3 months of just working with your authority site, working with your shit every day, nonstop. Don't ever stop. And then what's going to happen, and here you go. Now that you have all of this experience, here's what's going to happen. You're going to stop cold emailing people and saying, hey, you need a Facebook pixel on your website. You're going to stop cold emailing people and saying, hey, I think you need to be advertising on Facebook and I can post to your Instagram for you. You're going to stop that shit because you're going to realize that not everybody needs that, because you've been in the game and you've got skin in the game, and you totally understand what's going on, and you have experience now. Now what you can do is you can approach anybody and say, hey, listen, man, I don't need any money from you, because you can look at a website. At that point, you can look at someone's total business and go, okay, well, they don't have a lead magnet, okay? They don't have a way for people to get in their funnel at all, right? They just got, like, I went to one website on one of my videos, and you guys saw it was like a bong site with weed pipes that cost like $1,600 on their front page. Is that a turnoff or not? No pop-up saying, give me your email, no nothing. And even though they had 1 million followers on Instagram, it doesn't make a difference. If you put a funnel in place, you're going to triple their income. I've done it myself. You will triple their income just by placing a funnel in place, by collecting emails, by putting a lead magnet or an easy way in, a free plus shipping offer when they first come in, when people first come into their website, making it easy to get their emails, follow-up email sequences, and then upselling, put with a serious cart and an upsell up to that $1,600 pipe, right? You will triple their income, and it's guaranteed. You can guarantee that, right? And so instead of saying, pay me $2,500, why would you do that? Because now you have experience. I'm very confident to say, I will take 30% of your income. You will meet way less resistance, and you don't have to call yourself an agency. You are just an engineer, a specialist, or whatever you want to call yourself, or a consultant, right? You can call yourself a consultant, but don't call yourself an agency, because you won't. And you won't be for hire. You can't pay me because I want 30% of your business or I'm walking. It's just that simple. Or maybe if it's a huge business already doing a lot of money, then you say, okay, I'll take 10%. This depends on what the business is. But if it's an average small business, not really doing big numbers, less than like 100 grand, 200 grand a year, then yeah, you take 30%. If it's a big business with $1 million tag, and it's doing that, 100, 200,000, maybe even $1 million a month or something like that, yeah, then start working with your percentages, because they know that, if you triple their business, you stand to make a few $1,000,000, bring it down to 10%. Doesn't matter. For them, it's extra cash and there's no friction there. So it's easy for you to get in. Trust me. Build your reputation first. That's big. You need a rep, okay? You need experience, okay? And you need proof. You don't need but 3 months, man. 3 months. That's my suggestion on how to go from working for yourself or an agency, or working for somebody else in an agency, and totally working for yourself on both sides and commanding 30% and becoming a business partner instead of an agency. Coffee break.